If you're watching, I can promise you that once XRP reaches this certain point, its value will go through the roof to levels we've never seen before. I'm not talking about $1, $2, or even $3 in XRP. In our opinion, it could go a lot higher than that, and it will happen a lot faster than other people think. Okay, so I'm not saying that XRP will hit $10,000 tomorrow, but a huge event is about to happen that many of you need to get ready for. This month, September, there is a huge gathering phase that, if all of you take full advantage of it, could give you a huge amount of money that will change your life. Not only that, but Cathie Wood is going to describe everything that is going on. So if you think that sounds fun, do not forget to click the like button so that everyone in crypto can see this. Now let's watch the movie. People over 50, like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, don't seem to be as interested in Bitcoin as younger people do. Most people over 50 either don't know about it or are very skeptical. What makes you think that? Personally, I believe that technology is partly to blame for the upset. Warren Buffett is known for saying, "It's not something I'll buy if I don't understand it, and I don't understand most technology." He did put money into IBM at a bad time, though. That proved to back up what he was saying. He didn't give up, though. He did put money into Apple, which turned out to be a huge hit for him. A lot of people pay attention to him, but he's not very interested in technology, especially investors who are more interested in value. You have to be very bold when you invest in technology. To be able to grow in this new technology over the long run, a company has to put a lot of money into it right away in order to make money right away. When you buy value stocks, you usually get exactly what you see. As a result, I believe there is a little more hope for the future when it comes to investing in tech. But then again, I'm over 50 and I'm all about tech, so that might be a bit of an exception. But I do think there's a general unease, especially since they lived through the tech and telecom bubble and bust. The way I just told you to look at it, which is that these seeds were planted back then, wasn't how they were thinking. They were not prepared. They would have been hurt if you didn't do the study we do to find out when technologies are ready for prime time. A lot of people did get hurt back then. That's a memory then. It hurts to lose money. There have been studies that show it's much worse to lose money than to make it. You may already know about these studies. I believe that the risk-reward ratio for that was $1 gained was equal to $2 lost. It hurts twice as much to lose $1 as to gain one. Yes, the third way to think about Bitcoin. Tech, a global money system, and a new type of wealth are what we have now, which is why we are so excited. One good one is the ARK21 shares Bitcoin ETF. We have had a lot of money coming in. I'd like to think it's because our first Bitcoin article came out in 2014. We've earned our stripes. Art Laffer and I wrote the first white paper on Bitcoin. Could it do all three jobs of money? That was in 2015. Then we wrote our second white paper, which was about Bitcoin and how it would start a new type of asset. That was in 2016. Finally, the SEC accepted a Bitcoin ETF or several Bitcoin ETFs earlier this year. So far, we don't think institutions have moved very quickly into Bitcoin. Why? It's because they need to be careful. We're very used to this because we've been doing it for 10 years. If you look at BlackRock, for example, until about 3 years ago, BlackRock knew about the bad things about Bitcoin. Then there was the change, which was great. I think BlackRock has done a lot to help Bitcoin become a new type of currency, but the work isn't even half done yet. Cathie Wood is basically saying that now that a Bitcoin ETF has been approved, big investors will start to buy it very soon. Some companies like BlackRock, Fidelity, Grayscale, and many others have already started to offer Bitcoin ETFs to their customers. But what we haven't seen yet is widespread adoption from a wide range of institutions, general businesses, and small to medium-sized businesses. In this area is where the real price activity is. At that point, more and more people start using it and supporting it. So we can kind of already see this with some kinds of rich clients of banks like JP Morgan and Bank of America are starting to get quotes on Bitcoin ETFs. This is a much stronger sign. It shows that they're ready to join the Bitcoin world and make it available to everyone. And that's really exciting because we know that other cryptocurrency ETFs will follow. I mean, the idea of ETFs is already here. XRP ETFs will follow, which will also help all of these other altcoins get a lot of support. That's where we should be very happy. But Cathie Wood is going to talk about this trigger in more depth because I need you to know some things I've never talked about on this channel. Pay attention. Because Bitcoin, XRP, and almost all other cryptocurrencies are becoming more popular among institutions, I don't think there is a better time than now to buy XRP. In fact, I'm long XRP with 5x leverage. Right now, that looks like it will be closed in a very profitable position in just a few days if you look at the... So I'm asking all of you to join Margex and open a 5x isolated long position on XRP right now. With my help, you can make a lot of money. We'll quickly go back to the movie. We are, however, going to talk about the bull case. Just pay close attention to what Cathie Wood says here. What prices do you want Bitcoin to reach? This is loved by everyone. Yes, we're in print. Our base case is $650,000, but we set that before the SEC accepted the Bitcoin ETFs, so we're even more sure that our wild guess of 1.5 million by 2030 is the most likely outcome. Do you think Bitcoin is a singularity right now, or do you think it will be one day? When is that going to happen? What do you mean when you talk about singularity in terms of Bitcoin? It's like you can't hold it back after a while. We're no longer at escape speed. It's not possible to close. No more Bitcoin. And China tried, but everything that was going on in China just moved elsewhere. There is no supervision. It has spread so much and is playing such an important role, especially in developing markets where many leaders don't understand economics or are corrupt. In a very short time, they lose 50% of their cash and ability to buy things. Even this year, Egypt took 40% off the value of the Egyptian pound. I think it was at the start of March. In these places, it's very important to have a protection policy like Bitcoin. It's not even true that Bitcoin could go nowhere. It's true that its value will 20x in 5 years. Okay, you've seen that the changes are rough because it's so early and the kids are so young. It used to be 95% of the time. They're now closer to 75%. That's a lot. I don't want anyone to think it's straight up and to the right because the prisons are pretty rough. They're not as bad anymore. And I think the volatility will go down a lot as more people start buying in Bitcoin. That's not to say we don't think it will go down. It's going to. There is a new type of product. I would say that a lot of the leaders are weak. They go because they don't want to miss out FOMO. Then they lose 20% and quit. They gave up and moved on. That gets worse and moves down. Quantum computing is one thing that people who are interested in Bitcoin are keeping an eye on. It's important to understand the problem, though, as I always say when it comes to risks. So now coders are thinking about how to make things quantum proof. So I think that's something we should really think about, and I'm glad that the coders are doing that. What do you guys think? I mean, it's clear that XRP will go above $100 if Bitcoin goes up to $1.5 million per coin. I think it's very likely that XRP will reach this price goal by 2030. This is because it can reach and attract a lot of places that Bitcoin can't because the technology doesn't allow it. Because they're making so many big deals with other companies, I think XRP will become a multi-trillion-dollar coin. Nothing will stop it. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to see more movies if you agree with that message. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.